Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Starflames. Listen guys, every time something like this comes up, there's only one thing I can recall, and that is Candace Owens referring to Kim Kardashian as the most desperate woman in America. And every time Candace does it, you know, it may seem as though Candice is being brutal, but I mean, she's being brutally honest, ain't she? Because Kim is now coming out to let the world know she did finally put a bumper sticker on a Bentley, right? Do you guys remember when she went on the Wendy Williams show? Wendy asked her if she had any tattoos, and she was like, with a rehearsed line, right? Because she was fairly new to the celebrity scenes, and at that point, they were controlling everything after a few mishaps, right? So she had to be made aware of the questions that she was going to be asked so she could be prepared with an answer, right? So she was like, honey, would you put a bumper sticker on a Bentley, right? And Wendy gave her the side eye. Do you guys remember that? Now, Kim is coming out to let the world know that after her SNL gig, she went and she got a tattoo. And it was in her the inner parts of her lower lip, right? You all might be asking, so why are we seeing Ye and Pete on the screen with Kim? I'm going to explain that. Because Kim is now revealing that she got that tattoo at the end of hosting her SNL gig. We know that Kim and Pete ended up together after that, didn't they? So, what was going on before? You see, sometimes the streets may talk things, and sometimes we think that, content creators are doing too much, but we're not doing too much. We're doing exactly what needs to be done because for quite some time now, people have been saying that Kim might have been seeing Pete before her separation from Ye. And now that she's letting the world know that she actually got the tattoo after her SNL gig, it is actually given the sense that she was smashing Ye and Pete at the same time. Not saying she is, but it's really, giving that kind of vibe. No, my reason for saying that is because just think about it. Kim has achieved many things in life, many accomplishments. Most of them are by way of Ye, her husband. And at the time, she didn't think of getting a tattoo that would honor the union between her and Ye, honor even the kids that she has with that man. But the moment that she hosted SNL, met this little boy, you know, kissed that little boy in front of her husband. And that was when her husband found out that they were no longer a thing. She was going to get it. Do you see how much trauma this woman has inflicted on that man? Like, make no mistakes, right? Because there are times when I sit down and I look back at clips and I'm like, damn, sometimes it can be a damn handful. But at the same time, anyone who's grown and mature, we know that relationships in general, they aren't easy. And you don't always like your partner, right? And that's true. You don't always like your partner. You don't always like your partner. You don't always like your kids, but you will forever love them, right? So when I look at some clips, sometimes I'm like, damn, yeah, it's definitely a handful, or could be a handful, right? But at the same time, just imagine how highly manipulative Kim was to that man for you to string him on at his Donda show, right? String him on at Donda, make him believe that you're actually doing this vow renewal because you wanted that clout, you wanted that attention, but only to know that you're going to ditch him for that boy that you did the SNL gig with Like, isn't that like, that's given 6 knives in the back repeatedly? And this is why I say Kim is not an ex-wife. She's an ex-knife. Every time I try to, forget about that statement, she's always coming back, proving that she's an ex-knife. Because now you're telling the world you got a tattoo, it's private, you got it in the lower bottom lip, and you did it to celebrate you hosting the SNL gig. And after that, it was just you and your girls, Stephanie Shepard and everyone just hanging out. You know, like, isn't that so disrespectful? It is her body, right? And it is her choice. And it is not the mere fact that she just got a tattoo. It's the mere fact that, how everything was led up to the moment she got the tattoo. And not just how things were led up to the moment she got the tattoo, is also what transpired after she got it. So because she was messing around with that little boy, because remember guys, it was said that when she before she hosted the SNL gig, right? Pete was asking for her number. Do you guys remember that statement? And then after she hosted the SNL gig, Pete then tried again to get her number, right? Why would Pete feel so comfortable to get a married woman's number? Normally, no one is perfect. And as human beings, we're never perfect. But why the heck was Pete so comfortable to chase after a married woman? Unless he knows that that one woman was resourcefully available, right? So everyone knew that Kim was going to dump her husband. And her husband was still there, hopeful, because she was leading that man on. But Ye picked up because he was so vulnerable. His emotions was all over the place. It doesn't mean that he's stupid, he's slow, or he's arrogant. He was going through a lot emotionally, So she was able to trick him up to that point. And when he found out the night of the SNL gig that, Kim is done with him, she just kissed a man in front of you. She never told you about it, because if she had any intentions of staying married to that man, she would have given him the heads up out of respect, saying, hey honey, you know that during this role they want me to kiss Pete, and she could have opted to make the kiss something else. Not just that, she could have also switched up the SNL gig to not talk about her relationship. But the man had to sit there in the crowd only to hear your wife making a public announcement, smiling at that. Like, do you guys realize how sick Kim is? Like, Kim has to be one of the sickest, most cold-hearted individual on the planet. And I don't care what people want to say, because when we really think about it, yeah, mental health gets put on display all the time. We've never seen Selena Gomez, Mariah Carey, or the numerous people who have been diagnosed with bipolar in Hollywood, mental health being put on display, like how Ye's health has been put on display, right? And Kim knows that the man was vulnerable. She knows that she has been practically giving him challenges as though he had to go through the Hunger Games to win her back. And then, after he did the Hunger Games challenge to win her back, she was there telling the crowd, along with him, that, one thing he has to know, that when I divorce him, it comes down just to one thing, right? Like, how messed up is that, right? So this little boy was so confident, and he felt so proud to see a wife disrespecting her husband for him, right? So what did Pete do after this? Being the little immature jackass that he is, because we can't say was, because he still is, because he's still out here crashing cars and acting a damn fool, right? So being the little jackass that he is, after that, he was so confident to tell you that I'm in bed with your wife because Kim made him feel that he had that power to say that. And this is what you see, karma. According to Taylor Swift, honey, karma was in his lap, purring like a damn cat, saying, "We're waiting on you and Pete Kim. You have no idea what is coming for you too." Because right now, Kim and Pete, you know what? They might as well get back together at this point because both of them are so undateable that it's funny. It's really funny to see how both of them just cancel out each other. It's really funny. And when I tell you that karma doesn't play, honey, it really, really doesn't play. But for some reason, it acts really swift on Ye's behalf because Pete was doing all that hype on Ye and telling Ye, remember to pick up your meds. And on his SNL gig, keep taking your meds, Kanye. But now, here he is. His friends are talking about him. He's going to rehab. He's going to this. He's going to that. And he's talking about him taking his meds publicly. Do you see how karma works? Karma balances that weight, balances life, balances nature. It's that perfect energy with that perfect timing, with that perfect balance. So Madame Desperate is now letting the world know she got that tattoo on the night of hosting her SNL in order to celebrate her SNL gig. But it's because she knows that she was hooking up with that little boy that was well tatted and she wanted to fit in and she wanted him to feel so accepted. She got that tattoo. And who knows if that's when she even got it or if it's even real, even though the clip is there, right? We see the clip, but we don't know because sometimes Kim is really good at being a ventriloquist, making us believe that what we're seeing and what we're hearing is true when it's not. She's done it before, and chances are she could be doing it again to stir up stories and to be talked about and to be, for the streets to say she was knocking Pete while she was still with Ye. But she knows that the street is not going to just say she was knocking Pete while she was with Ye. They're going to call her ho ho ho. And it's not Christmas, right? Because that is what she is known for. A porn star first and everything else after, right? But guys, I want to hear from you because I know that many of us have been saying it. Many of you guys have been saying it. Many people have been saying Kim and Pete has been hooking up since Kim was still with Ye and they weren't even separated at that point. And now it's coming back full circle and it's given the sense that what the streets have been saying could or could not. It may or may not be true. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? While you're at it, show your girl some love and see you all later. Bye, guys.